Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. Are we going to see the biggest XRP rally in history, the most epic bull run for XRP ever, as soon as there is legal clarity surrounding XRP in the United States? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. Are we going to see a 2,000% increase in the price of XRP? Because mind you, once there was sufficient legal clarity surrounding a different cryptocurrency called KIN, K-I-N, that cryptocurrency went on a tremendous bull run, and it did rally once it got legal clarity, because the SEC did go after Kick Interactive, which was dispersing the KIN token. Once there was that legal clarity, yes, the KIN token did rally 2,000%. Can we see a rally without sufficient legal clarity? I'm going to share with you my opinions on all of this. But I do want to be clear at the outset. Like, I don't have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who makes YouTube videos as a hobby about Ripple and XRP and crypto, and that is all that's going on here. And so the reason I decided to make a video about this, it actually comes from a question that was posed to me on Twitter by somebody who has named himself MH91 and tagged me, Moon Lambeau, all up on the Twitters and wrote, "Moon Lambeau, love your channel. Aw, thanks. Would love for you to make a video discussing why, if XRP gets clarity, then this bull run is utility-based for it and not just speculative anymore." And so, look, there's a lot to say about this. Let me start with this. The XRP bull run, I believe, is coming no matter what. Whether XRP gets regulatory clarity before this bull run ends or after, look, I think that the bull run's just coming. And so why would I say that? Well, and admittedly, like after the suit came, against Ripple by the SEC, I was wondering to what degree this would impact it. Not that I thought that XRP wouldn't run. I was just questioning and thinking through it. But to this point, it seems very clear to me there's more than enough evidence that XRP is moving in tandem with the rest of the market. And so even if there are reasonable claims, and I think there are, you could say that XRP today the price action is suppressed artificially because of what the SEC has done. I think you could make a reasonable claim. I'm not 100% sure that's the case because it has rallied a bit, ran up recently to about $2. But even if that is the case, I still don't think that the SEC stuff is in any sort of notable way going to impact how high XRP is going to rise this rally. Because keep in mind, about 90% of trading for XRP before this all happened was already outside of the United States. Trading is still occurring within the United States. There's just only a few exchanges that allow the trading of XRP, but those exchanges picked up a lot of the slack from their competitors that halted the trading of XRP. So it's not like all of that additional 10% or so of XRP volume and trading. It's not that it's all gone. And so the more humans speculating, the more people that can bid up the price. So that's all good. So it's not all gone. Also keep in mind, last market cycle, Coinbase didn't have. People keep going to Coinbase. Oh my God, Coinbase! If they're not allowing the trade of XRP, we are in trouble. Well, no, XRP wasn't available on Coinbase last market cycle, and looks like it's not going to be this market cycle either. And too bad, so sad. I don't think it's going to matter for the price action of XRP. And so you might be like, oh, okay, well, why would you think that potentially there was even a possibility that XRP price was initially suppressed, but it's not ultimately going to impact how high XRP goes this market cycle? Yeah, well, the reason is quite simple. There was the scary narrative which quite provably impacted whether or not people are going to buy or sell or hold XRP. We saw what happened when the SEC brought its charges against Ripple. The price of XRP plummeted down to about 17 cents. But here's the thing, the scary narrative, like the worst of the scariness that could happen has already happened. XRP has rallied tremendously since then, from 17 cents up to about $2. And here's the thing, given that narrative is already behind us, even if we don't have sufficient regulatory clarity, at some point, given that XRP does follow with the rest of the market, at some point there will be this moment where like the spark, it just ignites. And when that happens, all the fundamentals, even more so, are out the window. People will be purchasing XRP out of fear of missing out. It's human psychology. not based on fundamentals, the standing of the court case, or anything else. And it's not about the fact that XRP is used today in enterprise-grade software. None of that stuff's going to matter in the least. It's just going to run. And so at that point, when that's all that matters, that human psychology of fear of missing out and nothing about fundamentals, well, because I believe firmly that to be the case, I do not believe that XRP is going to have a peak that is in any sort of notable way lower than what it otherwise would have been. I don't believe that. So whether you have regulatory clarity or not, I think XRP is going to run. It's already proven that despite this news, it's running. It's going with the rest of the market. That's provably true. So that's where I pretty well stand on that. And so, I don't think that it's the case that even if we get sufficient regulatory clarity, even if it's sooner than later, even if it's before this market cycle's over, I don't think it will suddenly be the case that fundamentals suddenly matter. I don't think it'll be the case that speculation will no longer be what determines what the price action of XRP is, because here's the thing. It will always be humans trading that decide what the price of XRP is. There is not some sort of algorithm out there that determines what the price of XRP is. It's supply and demand, just like any other asset that's traded on an open market. It's supply and demand. And so I think that a lot of people have things exactly backwards. A lot of people, they think that, there must be some sort of price floor for XRP if it's globally adopted for XRP because it's solving a multi-trillion-dollar problem. It must be at a certain price, or else in order for the demands of the global corridors of payments to be fulfilled. A lot of people think that. But that is backwards. They just think that, the problem that's being solved by Ripple. So I'm not even talking about other use cases here. Just XRP is a bridge currency. It's so gigantic that XRP must be worth a fortune. But this just actually isn't the case. What's actually true is that you must have a sufficient blend of price and liquidity in order for that problem to be solved in the first place. That means that humans must speculate the price up to such a degree, and it must be liquid enough, so it must be enough humans in a bunch of different corridors the world over for XRP to be used as a bridge currency, right? Because XRP is just being used in the middle, and so if it's going to be used in the middle, it's basically it's Ripple's on-demand liquidity automated algorithm. It's an efficient path-seeking algorithm which will find liquid markets of XRP where transactions could occur, need to occur. And if you're selling XRP or buying XRP, like you can be well, if you're selling XRP specifically, you can be you wouldn't know it necessarily, but Ripple's algorithm could purchase from you and then zap it over to another country and then sell into the local currency there. Like that's what would happen. So, but again, humans have to be speculating in order for this to function. In order for this to happen, in order for it to have an open market price, humans must be willing to pay whatever they think that it's worth, and it is speculation. But if humans are speculating to a point where there is a sufficient blend of price and liquidity, then it can be used for that use case. It's not the case that because the use case, the gravity of it is so big that there must be a price of XRP. That is backwards. The price has to be there first, then it can be used for that. Same with liquidity. Liquidity has to be there, right? And I think so many people get that exactly backwards. And so, if you're wondering when is it's not going to be based about speculation anymore, it's always going to be about speculation. But utility does matter. And so it's not, I'm not, to be clear, I'm not saying that utility won't matter sufficiently in the future. I don't think it matters much at all to the market now. I think it matters almost 0%. Humans are just buying based off of FOMO, human psychology, all that crap. In a mature market, utility will matter substantially more. It certainly will. And so when you're talking about a utility-based run versus a speculative run, well, look, utility, once there's a recognition that utility is increasing, which will happen over time. There's already utility, but it'll just keep increasing over time as long as things go the way that we think and hope they will. Well, as long as that keeps happening, then as new participants come into the crypto space and they do their research, I think that you'll see an increase in confidence in the long-term viability of XRP if it's being used for this use case. If you see businesses that need it to exist in order to conduct their business models, I think that you'll get more money being invested in it, but even that is still speculative. And so it's not the case that speculation is going to go by the wayside, but we don't need it to, nor do we want it to. This is what makes volatility possible. This is what open markets are all about. This is true of precious metals or stocks or real estate. Pick whatever the asset is. So, and that's why there is no sort of price floor. There is no price ceiling. It's just whatever people are willing to pay for it. So humans decide, and they always will. And so when people have this idea in their minds, I think, and I understand why. That eventually it'll just get used sufficiently globally, and then there's no more speculation. That is not true. We want speculation. There will always be speculation, right? There isn't some sort of algorithm, because if there's no speculation, what do you think's driving the price then? An algorithm? Is there a computer or a human out there, like one human or group that say, no, it is now this price? No, that's not an open market price then. That doesn't sound very good at all. And so that's not what is ever going to occur here. And then also understand, because I was talking about how you need to have a sufficient blend of price and liquidity in order for XRP to be used as a bridge currency. It's actually the case that liquidity is more important than price in order for XRP to be used as a bridge currency. And if that sounds weird on the surface, I can understand why, but just think through it logically, right? Let's say that there's an insanely high price of XRP for a fun hypothetical. Let's say XRP is worth $1,000. Oh my gosh, I got my moon Lambo. Yeah, absolutely. You've got it. You've got one for every day of the week, each in a different color. You've got so many moon Lambos. You've got them, right? And they're on the moon. You've got so much money, right? But even if the market price of XRP is $1,000, so that just means the last selling price of XRP. If it's $1,000, but there's no liquidity, it doesn't matter, because then you can't throw XRP in as a bridge if there's nobody selling XRP. So when we're saying there's no liquidity, if there was no liquidity, that means that no XRP is being sold in open markets. If there's no XRP being sold in open markets, then Ripple's efficient path-seeking algorithm, on-demand liquidity, can't snatch up the XRP that anyone's selling if it's not being sold, and then can't transfer it to another exchange on a different part of the planet, and then can't convert that into local fiat because nobody was offering it for sale. And so if there's no liquidity, it doesn't matter what the last sale price, the market price of XRP is, you can't use the technology. And so as it turns out, liquidity is substantially more important. And so if you have a ton of people selling and the price happens to be substantially lower, at least you can use it then. And so it's not that price doesn't matter. If the price goes higher, yes, of course. You can open up more corridors faster and all this, but liquidity is actually even more important than that. And so I think it's important to understand these things. So I just thought I'd run through and share some thoughts on that. If you guys have any questions, hopefully I articulated my position sufficiently. And thank you very much, MH91, for tagging me and asking that question. I thought it was a great topic for a video, and I very much do appreciate it. So if you guys have any questions, or maybe I wasn't clear enough on any of this, let me know, and I'll be happy to talk about this further in additional videos if there's additional interest here. But that's the way I'm looking at it. But yeah, again, to summarize here, no. If we get legal clarity, look, XRP is going to blast off, I believe, either way. And if we get legal clarity, or increased adoption of XRP in terms of actual utility, I don't think that's going to at all stop the speculative price action that we're seeing. Humans are always going to determine the price of XRPs. But I'll just wrap it there. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.